Hi, this is Dr. Victoria Nalule, and this is my last video for today. And I want to address some of the questions that were sent to me. Most people ask me what drives me. Most people ask me what keeps you focused on energy and mining. So this is going to be a short video because it's getting dark actually. It's getting dark here. So I think you can't even see me very well. So this is going to be a very short video on how I stay focused in the energy and mining sector. In my previous video, because today I've done 5 videos, this is the 5th video, but in my previous videos, I mentioned the need to stay in close contact or follow positive people. So for me in the energy and mining sector, the first thing I did actually when I was, the first time I came to the University of Dundee, I came late as a master's student. I think I came a week late. But the first thing I did was to identify some of the experts at the center. I studied at the Center for Energy, Petroleum, Mineral and Policy. That was in 2013. I identified some of the experts whom I would closely follow. By following, you don't really need to be everywhere where they are, but follow their work, what they have done, appreciate their history, appreciate their journey. So that's the first thing I did. And I followed closely Professor Peter Cameron, because he also happened to be my supervisor. He supervised me from, I keep saying this because I'm a grateful person. So he supervised me from 2013 to 2018, Masters and PhD. So I followed closely his work, his journey, and I got inspired. And as I kept progressing in my career life, I came across other people who were really, really passionate. So I'm like, these are the people I want to follow every day so that I see what kind of work they're doing, what are they up to, what can I learn from them? And most of them have been really successful in the sector. So besides Professor Peter Cameron, I follow closely Dr. Carol Nakla. I bought her book to read. I'm not an economist, but I'm interested to see her writing style. I follow her on Instagram. I follow her on LinkedIn, Twitter. Then recently, I started following NG Ayuk because he's very passionate about the sector, and that also keeps me inspired when I see the different things he's doing. And also, obviously, I got introduced to Professor Damilola Olawale. It's Kester who introduced me to Professor Damilola. And when I read his biography, I said, this is the person I would really, really, really closely want to work with, but also follow his work, because he has done a lot. He became a professor at 32, and he has done a lot in the energy sector. This is one of his books. So my focus over the years has shifted from my mentor, because initially I was looking at Professor Cameron only, but now I'm widening my scope. Obviously, he still inspires me. He will always be my number one inspiration in the energy sector. Professor Cameron will always be my number one inspiration in the energy sector. But I've come to appreciate other people who are doing different work in the sector. I follow them closely, and that keeps my focus. So in identifying the people who inspire you, because I don't know what people look out for, but for me, it's always the passion, that drive. When I see that this person is not giving up, every day they have something they're doing. Now, like Carol, she's always busy. So every day I look at her profile, she's busy doing something. It inspires me to do the same thing. And in identifying people who inspire you, you definitely have to identify people who don't inspire you. That includes the people who are not driven. people who have nothing really to say apart from maybe gossiping, you know, this kind of people, you really have to put them aside and focus on people who can inspire you. But it's not all about following people. You also have to focus on your own work. Set targets. Sometimes we do miss these targets. We all go through the same thing. Sometimes you wake up and you feel like, this is not for me. You wake up when you feel like things are not shifting. So there are those moments where you're going to feel really down. Allow yourself to be down. It's okay. But then when you wake up and you have the courage to move forward, then go in, dive in. Not like me, I've been so lazy to record videos. I knew it, but at the back of my mind, because I always write my targets, I put them on the wall. I knew I had to do like 5 videos before the year end. I knew I had to do like 5 videos, personal videos, not just hosting people. But I've been lazy. Every time I wake up, I'm like, I can't do this. But today it was a Sunday. I said 2020 will not end without me having over 5 personal videos. So I put everything aside. I decided today's the day where I finalize all the video recordings of 2020. And it's the same thing for like people who are doing their PhD research writers. There are those moments where you can't write. There are those moments where you want to contribute an article and then in a journal, but you feel so lazy, or you're not motivated at all. So it happens to everyone where sometimes you lose the focus, but the most important thing is to have a goal. So I always tell my mentees, because with the MA mentorship program, I've got all my mentees under one WhatsApp group. So I tell them to write their goals, write their targets, so that the next time I meet them, when we have a meeting, we go through the goals. The next time I meet them, the question will be, what have you done to achieve some of those goals? So writing your goals, even personally, it's important. I always do it myself. When I think about an idea, I write it in my phone. I put it in my phone, or I write it somewhere, so that every time I look at it, I'm like, okay, I was supposed to do this. I still have to do it. So being focused requires you to follow people you admire, in the sector, to follow their work and be inspired. And also for you yourself to do your part. If you are being put on a project, you have some project you're working on, some work you're working on. Well, have you done your part to finish that project? Have you done your part to finish that research? For people who are in private practice, have you done your part to ensure that all the work in private practice you're involved in is done effectively? So you have to do your work, you have to do your part, and also you have to set targets. Stay away from negative people. Those ones, don't even go close to them. Because if you want to be unfocused, get unfocused people and follow them everywhere. They will be focused on gossip, negativity, saying this. They will be the people to discourage you. Like as I've grown up, like at this era in my lifetime, I learned to select people and put them in categories. I actually learned it from TD Jakes, where he was saying you have to have like 3 categories of people. You have the confidence, you have the acquaintances, and other people who you really don't talk to. So once you categorize people, you'll know which people to follow, which people to listen to, so that you don't lose focus on non-issues. So it's very important. You identify people who inspire you. Like I identified my people who inspire me. I always follow them. I appreciate them. And then you set your goals and targets. And it's okay. There are times where you cannot meet your targets. There are times where you cannot work on your personal work. Those times are there for everyone. So don't feel so bad that there are times where you can't work, because there are always other times where you'll be more motivated, courageous, and with a lot of strength to carry out your obligations. So take it slow, but always know what you want in the sector and move towards that. So that marks the end of this video. And Happy New Year. This is my last video for 2020. So Happy New Year. Bye-bye. Do not forget to get my 2020 book. This one, chapter 1, where I introduced the concept of energy progression. So get yourself a copy and have a lovely time. It's a Sunday, so happy Sunday and happy New Year. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I wish you the best. Bye-bye.